Ladies and gentlemen, so just over a day ago, the first season of raids in Marvel Strike Force ended. An OG Alpha fight, the alliance that I'm in and a part of, we managed to finish third on the leaderboard, behind Rio, who came first for Kraken, and all the really big blubbery boys in Rio, man. Just absolutely dominated that one. And also MMX, who were a little bit came out of nowhere to a certain extent in terms of the raid season, but I know MMX from Marvel Contest of Champions have some big blubbery lads there as well, and I think they muscled through and also did 100% on quite a lot of the level 65 raids, but the majority of the days we were pushing like 60 to 80% on average, trying not really to spend in OG Alpha, but I know a few of our boys did blubber through, and we did have one day in the first season where we did 100%, and also already in this season we've done 100% as well in the level 65 raid. We're getting there, we're getting a little bit smarter with some of the team setups, so it's been a bit of an interesting one moving forward. However, one of the rewards of the raid season, which I had to claim, is the legendary, the tier 4 ability materials. And now I'm in a circumstance where I only have enough to upgrade one character. So this is going to be our first legendary upgrade ever, and we are going for Vision. I feel like his basic attack, in terms of, you know, the first thing is like figuring out like which character that I was going to upgrade. And I'll walk you through my thought process here. It's always thinking for me about what I'm trying to push for next and which ability or character is going to make the most significant impact. So right now, Marvel Strike Force, kind of the only thing that I'm really worried about, because Blitz is an easy game, easy life farm. Arena, easy game, easy life farm. I don't really need upgrades for either one of those, is the level 65 raids. And Vision's basic attack, the upgrade from this on the level 7, is just so valuable, both for the damage component, but also the additional chain on target, because Vision's basic, if you're not familiar with it, you know, fully upgraded to level 6, attacks the primary target for 210% damage, plus has a guaranteed chain on to one additional target, and also applies offense down to both targets, and also applies bleed if any of the enemies attack. Now, this is so valuable in the level 65 raids if you watched the video earlier, because kind of the main strategy is control when it comes to those fights, and having this potentially chain up to an additional target and apply an additional offense down is just fantastic for cleaning up matchups and making stuff, you know, mitigating even more damage. So the value of this is just really, really insane. And also just having the additional damage as well. Vision, you know, he packs quite a punch, so it's going to be a very, very nice addition to the character, and I'm really looking forward to it. And in terms of, you know, the other characters that are in kind of my main team, we've got Night Nurse, we've got Captain America, we've got Black Widow, and we've also got Quake. So when it comes to Captain America, there's nothing really you know, super insane about the basic upgrade. Gives him a little bit more damage, plus always gains defense up, but a lot of the fights, you know, it's not really Captain America dying that you need to worry about. And then in terms of his passive, you've got Assemble, which just gives him plus 5% block amount. Again, like Captain America dying, he is usually the last character to die on pretty much any team there. And also we've got Black Widow, who does have a pretty enticing level 7, and this might actually be my next tier 4 ability material upgrade, just because I think Black Widow, such a valuable character, top of arena, top of raids, and you do tend to use the basic quite a bit, but with Captain America there is a lot of speed up, a lot of stunning, so you know, there's not you know, an insane amount of value. And I think Vision's basic, you know, you are firing that off a lot in the level 65 raids, just to get offense down on as many opponents as you can, to try and control, you know, every wave of your opponent's abilities and mitigate that damage by 50%, because offense down is crazy. And also with Black Widow's passive, you have a little bit more speed, which is nice, especially if you want your Black Widow to go before an opponent's Black Widow. So this in the future, I don't know, this is also a bit of a debatable one for the next potential upgrade. We also have Yondu. Now, both Yondu's basic, so Yondu's basic, you are kind of a nice amount of damage on there, 40% base, plus 5% piercing, like it's not too shabby at all. And then also from his passive, you will also every single turn copy and also steal 2 positive effects from enemies. So this has got some very, very nice value. The thing is, I did kind of a big post about this on Reddit earlier today. I feel like Vision is substantially more useful in the level 65 raids in comparison to Yondu, because Yondu's kind of main role I tend to find is kind of the damage, and he's been very valuable in stuff like the Thanos raids, but in the level 65 raids, the damage is just so insane from the opponents that you need that additional element of control and also ability block to effectively manage the fights, because if you're summoning minions on Yondu, there's a lot of area of effect damage, there's a lot of cleave in the level 65 raids, so the minions, they don't really stay around as long as they would in the level 60 Thanos raids, for example, where Yondu can just absolutely dominate. So yeah, Yondu, he does the job he needs to when I'm clearing the level 60 Thanos raids, but just in terms of the old, what is it, level 65 ones, there aren't too many fights where I have found Yondu to be better than Vision, and that additional element of control that Vision provides is just so insanely valuable. So yeah, a part of me would love to upgrade Yondu's passive, but there's just, you know, I know there's nothing I really super need it for. And then we have Crossbones. Crossbones doesn't really have anything good, just a little bit more health, a little bit more damage. Gamora has a 10% chance to bonus attack, and also a little bit more what is it, crit on her passive, so nothing too valuable there. Quake just has a little bit more damage on her basic, which is nice, and a bit more focus, which is pretty rubbish, so nothing too insane for Quake there, to be honest. Night Nurse has a plus 5% chance to heal the lowest health ally, not really worthy of legendary, and a little bit more damage off the basics, so nothing too insane there. Black Panther, however, has quite an enticing, what is it, passive to upgrade, because it will guarantee on kill he will fill his speed bar by 100% instead of 80%, so it's guaranteed back-to-back turns, and I feel like this is a really awesome thing for Black Panther to have, and kind of bridges the gap that makes him a little bit annoying to control in certain fights, because, you know, having that little like 20% speed delay can, you know, get a taunt in the way of you killing multiple minions or something like that. But I think the problem, and the reason that I'm not using it on Black Panther, is just Black Panther is not really performing. He's not really up there in the level 65 raids. Like, everything is so stacked that he's not really getting additional minion value. Maybe there are certain fights where he's going to have an alright advantage, but I feel like I just don't really see any scenario where you bring in Black Panther over Vision. But yeah, at some point in the future, maybe with the addition of the secondary Black Panther character, we are gonna potentially see a little bit more BP action, but for now, unfortunately, he is remaining on the bench. And then we also have Spider-Man's basic as well, which is maybe worth talking about. You get plus 50% damage and also a 10% additional chance to gain evade, which brings it up to a 60% chance to gain an evade just on a basic attack. So some very nice benefit from the legendary upgrade on Spider-Man, and also, yeah, more dodge chance, and every dodge can fill a speed bar by a little bit. So yeah, Spider-Man's got some potentially good legendary upgrades there. Also, just in terms of like top characters as well, Rocket has like some really nice additional splash damage on his basic, so that's quite nice. But Rocket, at the moment, like, Rocket's strongest team combo is really with like Thanos and Star-Lord, and he's getting so much ability energy there that it's pretty much like ultimate and special 2 spam, so I don't think he really needs that there. And yeah, his passive just isn't a dank upgrade. You've got quite a bit of single target damage just on the basic from Iron Man there, but in a lot of Iron Man teams, again, you know, with like Captain America and stuff, he's getting ability energy, so it's kind of like special 2 and special 3 spam, so not really needed too much, and that's why I think, you know, Visions is just kind of a surefire win. And then the only other character that I'm kind of debating is Thanos. So this basically means on the death of an enemy at level 4 at the moment, it's a 75% chance to generate 2 ability energy for self or an adjacent cosmic ally, which, you know, 3 out of 4 times is going to proc, it's going to work, but it just makes it guaranteed once you put in the legendary materials. So yeah, this is just a little bit more reliability, even more energy when playing with Thanos, but again, I feel like Thanos just doesn't have a great ability to continually survive currently when it comes to level 65 raids, and again, that is the priority at the moment. So we are going to go ahead now, smash this into Vision, ladies and gentlemen. Very happy to upgrade this. I love Vision. He's definitely become, over the last month, I would say him and Star-Lord are probably some of my favorite characters to play, but I love all of the control, and I love the Vision revamp. I think they did a fantastic job on him, and yeah, I'd just like to see Vision be a little bit more available, a bit earlier game as well. That'd be super good to see, because I feel like like he's such an essential character for so many teams. You got the tech team, you got the raid team, you've got this, what is it, combo with Scarlet Witch as well. So Vision, he just keeps on going up and up in the world, and I'm loving it. So yeah, let's go ahead, smash this ability upgrade, 100,000 gold, and there we go. So yeah, let's have a little bit of a test, a little bit of a play around now with our updated Vision. Kind of bring, see if we can enjoy some of these free target chain on little combos here. So let's get cracking, man. Do a few blitz matchups. Unfortunately, I've done all my raid gameplay for today, and my Vision got tanked toward the end of it. So yeah, unfortunately we can't showcase any of that dankness, but let's see if we can get the free target chain on. So I don't believe it's guaranteed from what I've read, but I think there is a good chance of it. So let's see if we can show this in slow motion here and see if it chains on to all three. So we're gonna go for Gamora first, and then 4. And then unfortunately we didn't get the third target chain on. I'm not really too sure if it kind of displays any sort of chance for that. But yeah, that felt nice, man. The single target damage on Gamora was very, very good there. And even for the damage increase, man, it's pretty good. Just because Vision as well is carrying with the level 65 team setup, he's carrying a little bit there. Oh, absolutely smacked down. Just under 21,000 damage there. Not too shabby at all. Right, let's go to ×2. And let's see if I can get any free target chain on, man. That'd be really, really good to see in some of the tech matchups today. Let's go ahead, progress a little bit deeper, but I absolutely love this Blitz team, man. I've probably talked about this Blitz team way too much, and everybody's super bored of it now. But anyway, let's see if we can get free target chain on. That ultimate Vision value here. Okay, so we want to nuke into Crossbones first turn. And let's get the blind on Gamora. And in terms of like overkill, this is probably one of the most overkill teams out there in terms of what it has. Okay, free targets. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Ah, at least we got the free targets there. So we've had a 50%. And unfortunately, Captain America blocked that, so he blocked the additional offense down, but he's going to torn up anyway next turn, so it doesn't really matter. Again, kind of the main use for upgraded Vision is there's all about those level 65 raids at the moment. Hopefully those chain-ons come at the right time, because there's a massive Clown Fiesta, but now we have some more dice rolls in our favor, which I'm very much looking forward to. Okay, let's go for one more match here, and then I think we'll... Oh, actually, one thing I wanted to do as well, which I've totally forgotten. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to upgrade Vision to Tier 12. That's my first Tier 12 character. Just because I love Vision, really. That's kind of the main reason. But we're going to go ahead, smash this final upgrade, and see what... I've heard the Tier 12 stack increase is very, very underwhelming. But let's see how much we are going up by on this Tier 12 upgrade. So yeah, gosh, that's like nothing in terms of the damage there. So yeah, pretty much nothing, man. Tier 12 gear is yeah, just not something you really need for the majority of characters. Yeah, that was very, very underwhelming stat climb. How did we get, like, 30, 32 attack? Is that it? Oh, gosh, yeah. I don't think Tier 12 characters, man, you need to worry about too much, but it's going to be all about that Tier 13 gear and legendary stuff soon. But I'm glad we got Vision up there. I think it's very unlikely we're going to take more characters to Tier 12, but... as you can see by a lot of the top options, what I'm generally doing, just as a kind of pro tip, is that the biggest thing for a lot of characters is either if they're a tank, getting that additional resistance, additional health, but for a lot of the damage dealers, that bottom left gear piece, giving them the major damage, is just really what you need in terms of Tier 11. So I need to get that for my Rocket as well, because he needs to feel the wrath of that damage, but generally, you know, that bottom left corner, man, you got to make sure it's filled as soon as possible. But now we've gone ever so slight increase on Vision's tier. Let's go ahead and do one more battle, one more fight, and then we're going to round up this video. But also, let me know, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section below, if you got enough legendary materials to upgrade your first character from the last raid season. Who did you upgrade and why? Like, I'm very, very curious. And if you pick Vision, you're a legend, and you know all of the best stuff. But I'm curious to see if, yeah, what arguments there are for other potential characters. I saw just from the Discord this morning, it looked like quite a few people were kind of generally going in the direction of Yondu, which I can kind of understand. Yondu's still quite a popular character, but I just personally feel that Vision has become, at least for me, when it comes to the level 65 raids, the absolute replacement for Yondu at the moment. And he's just performing so well and allowing me to consistently, you know, clear quite a lot of fights without barely using any raid refills. But occasionally, you know, it's all subject to like RNG and stuff. But he's getting me through all the really fun and interactive content that is being chucked at us. And I do hope that we have another level 65 raid balance in the future. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's video. Finally got that vision upgraded, pimped out, man. We need to get this dude as a 7-star character as well. It's those additional star levels which are going to make those stats a little bit more thick and a little bit more juicy. But also, as a tease, we do have some absolutely ridiculous openings coming up, like 62 premium orbs. We are saving up for 10 mega orbs right at the end of the Thanos raid season, so I'm super excited for that one, because that could be very hit and very miss, man. So that one's going to be super hype. And we've also got Ultimus orbs to open. Basically, there's going to be a ton of orb openings coming up soon. It's going to be hopefully a very fun time. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, apart from that, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, feel free to smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. But apart from that, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.